Your friends will let you down. You know, there's always been this one scene from my favorite show, The Sopranos, that always stuck with me. It always echoes in my head, and I have a story that goes with it today. So there's this scene in The Sopranos where he's having breakfast with his son, Tony Soprano, the mob boss. His son is like 15 or some shit, and his son lends one of his friends like an expensive jacket to wear. And when he tells his dad he let him borrow his jacket, he's like, "Oh, good, you'll never see it again." Basically, like his friend is gonna lose it or his friend is gonna steal it. And the boy, his son, is like, "No, man, no, Dad, you don't know my friend like that. Like he'd never do that." And he says to his son, Tony Soprano, he says, "Look, son, in the end, your friends are gonna let you down. Family, those are the only ones you can depend on." Now, there's some truth to that, and there's some, I guess, falsehood with that. Even your family can let you down. But what he said, for the most part, is true. Your friends will let you down. I have a buddy of mine who just got locked up a few days ago. He beat his girlfriend. He got drunk and went to his girlfriend's house and beat her up. And the cops came and they took him away. And he got a felony assault charge. He's probably going to do a long time. He's probably going to prison. He's had prior misdemeanors, but this is the first time he ever got locked up on a felony assault like this. And this friend of mine, he's a pretty sharp guy. He had a kind of a fucked up childhood, but he had potential. And I always had these fantasies of me and him both getting rich and being successful, and us both having our own places, and our kids playing together someday, and us telling all of our friends and telling our kids how we came from nothing together and now we both made it. That was always this fantasy I had in my head, but you got to understand, and I have to understand, just because you have a vision of where you want your life to go and where you want the people around you to be, doesn't mean they have that same vision in their head too. People are going to do what they want to do, and most of the time, it's going to go against what you want for them and for yourself. I wanted us to be successful. I wanted us to prosper. I wanted us to have peace of mind and have happy lives and be able to tell stories about the good old days. He wanted to get drunk and go beat up some fucking whore, some fucking prostitute. He caught feelings for a bitch who's selling pussy. And he went and he beat the bitch up, and now he's going to prison for a felony assault over a used up fucking whore that's fucking the entire city. That's his legacy. That's how he's gonna go down, as a guy who got locked up forever for beating up some fucking whore, some fucking mutt. I wouldn't even spit on that bitch. He didn't think to call me when he was feeling emotional and drunk and he wanted to go beat the bitch up. He just went and did it. That's where his mind took him. He let me down. And, I've always looked out for this friend of mine. I've always done everything for him. But when I heard how this happened, I didn't help him. Even right now, I have the money to bail him out of jail. I'm not gonna bail him out of jail because he betrayed me when he did that shit. He betrayed me when he decided to put his emotions first and go beat up some fucking whore. When he knows he has options, he knows he has friends, he knows he has something to look forward to, he knows he could have had so much more. He chose to act on impulse and go beat up some fucking bitch, and now he's gonna do a lot of time in prison. And I guess, just the moral of this story is your friends are always gonna let you down. They have their own fantasy in their own mind of what their life is going to be like and what they want from it, and most of the time it doesn't relate to the one you have. And in most cases, yours is probably the right one. You might have the best idea. You might have the best plan for what you and your friends. And, this can even apply to family, too. But I'm going to keep it with friends because, in my experience, friends will disappoint you way more than family will. I mean, my entire family has disappointed me, but my friends have disappointed me way more. And you go through way more friends than you go through family. You know, you only have one family, but you burn through friends way faster. But the point is just that you got to understand, don't get frustrated when things don't work out with friends. Don't get so frustrated when you burn through friends left and right, because everyone has their own little narrative in their head of their life and where they're going and what they want. And 99% of people's narrative ends up fucking them over because people are retarded. So you can't take it personal. You just have to understand that they're fucking idiots. And most people are gonna, push their lives down the drain. And you gotta just let them drown. You can't save them. So that's just the moral of the story. Your friends will let you down.